I would like to tell you a little bit about the topic of today's lecture on nautical laws in Babylonia, from Sumer to the Babylonian Talmud. Now, in this talk, this is part of a larger study that I've been working on now for more years than I care to admit to, but essentially it has to do with the relationship between the ancient Near East and the Bible, but also in this body of material for today, I talked about the relationship of material from the ancient Near East to the rabbinic laws. This is an area that is not as well known. People know, or have written many years now, about the Bible in the ancient Near East, in the area of literature, things that can be compared, various stories, historical details, literary tropes. But my interest here, of course, has been in law, biblical laws. And what I presented are really a group of laws, in this case just the one, where you find the same law in the ancient world, and you find it later in the rabbinic literature. So the material, for example, in the Mishnah, the Tosefta, and in the various Palestinian and Babylonian Talmud. And in this case, it was very interesting because the Jews were living in Babylonia, who wrote the Babylonian Talmud. And the subject of the boats was actually one of the things that was important. Of course, it was important in the communities in the land of Israel as well, but certainly in Babylonia, where there was a great network of canals with the rivers, and the Jews, if you look at their settlements, all of the cities where they lived were all located on a canal, because if you didn't have water, you'd be living in a desert. So what I focus on here in this talk is that these are laws that exist in the ancient world. They exist in the rabbinic literature, but they're not in the Bible. And the implication of this is really that, at least some of the conclusions that I would like to draw, or at least I'd like people to think about, would be that in rabbinic tradition we talk about an oral law, that there was a law that was known orally and transmitted to people that way, but it wasn't written down until much later, and that's certainly true. So I believe that this material supports the concept of an oral law, that there was, in fact, the material that was written down about these boats is very ancient and goes back for many, many centuries. These are problems that the community would face about, for example, the themes have to do with a boat that sinks while it's being engaged, traveling the canal. It would be like getting a flat tire or having an auto accident. The theme of negligence. Why did the boat sink? Who was responsible? There were these laws about the boatman. The boatman, he took the boat in a way that he took where he shouldn't have taken it. He didn't navigate properly during periods of low water or high water. So these are articulated in the Talmud. For example, overloading. This is a factor. Did he put too much on the boat and the boat sank? Or is this a reasonable load for a boat? These are some of the laws. And then finally, there was an issue of, oh yes, could the boat be restored? Sometimes you could raise the boat. The boat was sink, but maybe it didn't sink to the point of being unsalvageable. So that's another consideration. And then there's the question of the hire. When somebody was renting it, what is due if would the person who rented the boat have any claim for, say, a refund if the boat sank through no act of negligence? So all of this, these are the kinds of laws that we find. And we find similar laws in both